Thanks for your patience today. If you've been hanging out since 1 o'clock, YouTube wasn't liking my mobile settings. So we're going to try Restream and go with the flow here. For those of you who are new, welcome. So lovely to have you over on my channel. Would love it if you are liking these practices. If you like this practice, hit like and subscribe. If you want to know when I'm going live, it'll be generally every Thursday at 1 p.m. You can hit that little notification bell up in the upper right-hand corner. Let's see. So Lunar Yoga, if this is a new practice for you, welcome. Lunar Yoga is designed to be an opportunity for you to sink into the rhythm of the moon and the natural cycles that we go through in our own bodies as well. This week, the moon is waning, and we're moving toward the last quarter moon in the sign of Libra. That'll be this weekend. The waning moon is a phase of letting go. It's a clearing or cleansing time for forgiveness and clearing out what is no longer in service, time for disintegrating outdated habits, beliefs, thought patterns, and starting to slow down and turn back inward. For those of you who have been joining every week, the lunar month began with new moon in Sagittarius, and we set intentions around how we seek wisdom in the world. And we are now just landing officially in the winter season. In the tradition of Chinese medicine, winter is also a season of cultivating wisdom. So we'll be working with the places in our physical body today that correspond to the winter season, to our internal waters, and to harmonizing the chi or life force energy that animates all of us. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have a couple of pillows or blankets, anything around your house that you can use as props, those will be really handy because we hold the poses over time in Lunar Yin. The connective tissues of body that we're working with in this practice like to be worked with a long-held traction. And so we use props to support your bones because the bones need to be supported in order for our muscles to relax. Go ahead and find any comfortable arriving shape. If you do have a pillow or a blanket you can roll up, go ahead and sit the edge of your hips just up onto your cushion. It's going to help your spine sit up nice and tall, help pelvic bowl to roll forward. My yoga dog assistant will be here with me today. Roll out your shoulders, circle your neck, any little movements that feel natural and intuitive as you allow yourself to arrive in a soft stillness. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And start to come into your breath. And a long inhale through your nose. Open mouth, breath out. And we're just like that, full breath in. And let it go. And continue your breath your own way, your own rhythm. And separate your back teeth to relax your jaw. And let your tongue slide down and back. We'll move into our first yin pose whenever you're ready. Feel free to stay here for as long as you need to fully arrive. Let your awareness, your thoughts, your emotions, and energy all catch up here to the same place and time as your physical body. When you're ready, we'll take butterfly pose. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit better. Still sitting with your hips up on a prop. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide, butterfly wings. And slide your heels out away from your hips, creating an elongated diamond shape. And then wherever your knees are, fill the space between your legs and ground with a prop. If you have a long cushion or blanket, you can thread it underneath. I really like this option. Or you can bring a blanket or pillow to the back of each thigh or each knee. And sit up nice and tall. You might start with just a little bit of active yang movement. You can bring your hands to your shins. And then gently drop your shoulders back, heart forward. And start to feel your pelvic bowl roll forward. Open mouth, exhale. Slowly walk your hands forward, bringing each hand to rest on your feet. In the winter season, our feet get locked up in socks and shoes and boots. It's really nice to give your feet just a gentle massage. Bring your thumbs to the inside of the ball mound of each foot, and slide your thumbs down until you find that kind of soft spot. It might even feel a little bit tender. Gently circle your thumbs. And the winter season corresponds to the kidneys in traditional Chinese medicine. The storehouse of our innermost vitality and wisdom. And the channel for the kidney starts right here in the soles of the feet. As you're ready, soften in towards stillness. Let your hands rest still. You can turn your palms to face up as you fold forward any amount. If your head starts to feel heavy or drops below your shoulders, you would prop your head either onto your hands or another prop. Once you have all of your props arranged, all that's left to do is for you to just be here. Sounds like my audio might have cut out there. If you're still in your butterfly pose right here, just one more full breath. Open mouth, audible exhale, let out a sigh. The sound helps to release stagnation from the body. Bring your hands back to your feet and slowly walk your hands up your shins to uncurl your neck and head right last. Bring your hands together at heart center, so to rub them back and forth, creating some friction, building heat between your palms. As your hands get nice and warm, bring them to low back, right about where your kidneys are on each side, right and left. Feel the heat transferring from palms into your skin. You might visualize the healing energy that your own hands have for you, nourishing into your kidneys, into the channels of chi or life force energy that support your inner waters, the winter season, your inner wisdom. As you're ready, release your hands, bring them to the outsides of each knee. Gently draw your legs together like closing a book. Shift any props that you've been using off to the side. Walk your feet wide, let your knees rest together. Walk your hands behind you to rest your weight back. You can stay here in stillness. Or if your body is asking for movement, let your knees wash side to side, gently tick-tocking left and right. We take a rebound pose in between each posture in Lunar Yin to give your body time to fully receive and integrate all of the new input from each pose before we add in something new. Our next shape is lizard pose. It's a belly down shape. If you have a hard floor that you're practicing on, you might bring in a blanket. We'll start first on the left side, just to add a little more cushion for the inside of your knee and your ankle. I also like to have a prop underneath my chest. And props are really personal to you. Feel free to try on different options, get creative until you find your just right spot. And as you come onto your belly, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Hands can come to opposite elbows or point forward like a number 11. And tuck your right toes under, pick up your knee, and traction your right heel along behind you. Lay down the top of your right leg and foot to the floor. Finally, open your left knee out toward your left side, almost like a lowercase letter H. The inseam of your left leg rests down onto the ground. This is where you might want a little extra cushion for the inside of your knee or ankle. Soften all of the muscle in your low body as much as they're able. Allow your left hip to melt down toward the earth. Waning phase of the moon is the time between full moon and the new moon. We can observe in the sky the moon's light reflect back less and less as she moves toward shadow. This is also our cue to see what we can let go of. This month, last quarter moon is in the sign of Libra. Libra is the sign of balance, equanimity, harmony. We might ask ourselves, what do I need to let go of or to clear out in order to move back toward a sense of harmony? Where am I in excess? Knowing that balance is not a destination that we seek to arrive at, but rather a way of being. That small shifts can incorporate to come back sense of equanimity, our true nature. And one more long inhale here. As you exhale, re-extend your left leg long. Nice and slow, use your whole breath out. Bring your elbows out wide, palms stacked together. Rest your forehead down, either to the back of your stacked palms, or you might stack your fists if that meets your forehead where you need it. Just feeling good in your body, then you would remain still. If you find yourself feeling too heavy or sluggish or too yin, and you can balance that out with some yang movement. Gentle rock of your hips side to side. You might bend your knees. Let your heels talk left and right like windshield wipers. Yin and yang, representing duality, light and darkness, stillness and movement. We know that we need both for the creation of or the experience of balance. For most of us, there's an excess of yang, of doing in our lives. And yin seeks to bring in more being to balance that out. We can also shift too far into the inside. It's only you will know you are feeling. You tune into our inner wisdom and respond from that place. Moment by moment, breath by breath. Once you're ready for side two, bring your elbows back underneath your shoulders. I'm going to switch sides just so that you can see me, but you can stay right where you are, facing that same direction. And this time we'll tuck left toes under. And traction your left heel behind you, elongating through your left hip and left leg. Open your right knee out toward your right side. The inseam of your right leg resting down toward the ground. Let your breath help you to fully settle in here. The exhale phase of breath is the yin part of breath. A sense of landing, settling in. A felt experience of letting go. You may continue to follow the exhales of each wave of breath. And tracking for anywhere within your body, go a little deeper. Sometimes the idea of letting go might seem really challenging or really far away. Instead, you might think of it as letting loose, a softening of your grip, allowing in just a little more spaciousness. Notice the place in your body where you feel the most effort, the most work. Maybe it's a place where your muscles are contracted. Visualize sending an exhale breath toward that place, letting the resonance or the echo of your breath invite a softening, inviting that place to let loose. And 2 more mindful breaths here. And slowly, almost like you're moving in slow motion, release your right leg long. And shift any props that you're using. Lower all the way down onto the back of your palms. Crocosana. And track for any internal shifts in awareness or energy or movement within your body. And now that we've done that pose on both sides, maybe noticing a sense coming back into balance, right side and left. Or perhaps your awareness is resting a little more into one side or the other. Nothing to make wrong, nothing that needs to be fixed or changed. Part of the practice of the waning moon is coming in contact with what is, having a willingness to really be present with what is true, and the practice of discernment, what is serving your highest path, your highest good, what habits and beliefs are working for you, moving you in the direction of your intentions, and what is distracting or keeping you stuck or moving you even in the opposite direction of where you want to go. Without making yourself wrong. No judgment, no expectations or attachments. And just see what is. And begin the process of disintegrating that which is outdated or not in service. Roll over onto your back. Whatever way makes the most sense for you, as little effort as possible. And have one of your props within arm's reach. Walk your feet out wide to the outside edges of your mat, or if you're not practicing on a mat, bring your feet wider than your hips. And take a little tick-tock left and right, like windshield wipers. Let your legs fall over to one side and to the other. The next time your knees move to the left, let them come all the way down to the ground. For most of us, there's space underneath your left leg. And so we would fill that space with props, a cushion that meets you right where you are. So there's nothing hanging out in space. Let both shoulders rest onto the ground. Take a pinwheel supine twist today. Arms can reach out wide or bend at the elbows. Gaze toward your right side. You can readjust your legs to be closer together or farther apart. Increase or decrease the bend in your knees until you find your just right spot. Somewhere that you're feeling sensation, but not so much that your muscles engage to protect your body. Somewhere that you can be relaxed as much as possible. While Lunar Yoga during this phase invites a felt sense of relaxation in the body, we know that letting go doesn't always feel easeful. Even once we've identified that something is not aligned with our values or our intentions, our comfort zones are indeed comfortable. It can feel challenging to let go of what has felt safe. And so we don't make those old patterns wrong and send gratitude to all of the ways being that have brought you to this point. And lovingly release them as you continue your own personal evolution, recomposting the old in preparation for the new cycle. And sometimes the process of letting go requires forgiveness. It can take time to disintegrate deeply rooted patterns, thoughts, and habits. You might feel grief, not letting go of what is no longer in service. Old habits or roles, friendships. Give yourself full permission to feel whatever it is that arises during this phase in your inner practices, just as we do in the physical practice. The stillness can indeed be very challenging. Honor any sensations that arise. Discomfort is okay, discomfort is welcome. And stay present and feel fully what is there. And just observe. Over time, we can witness as those sensations begin to shift. When we don't attach or hold on or try to fix or change, that natural process can take place, getting us where you want to go faster and with less resistance. Into full body breaths, your own rhythm. And coming out of the pose one layer at a time, Lift first your chin back toward the ceiling. And one knee and the other. Maybe finding a little bit of movement again. Windshield wipers side to side. When the time feels right for you, send both knees to your right. Readjust any props to fill any space underneath your left leg. And gaze toward your left shoulder. And follow a breath here to settle in. And create space for the possibility that this side might need something different from the first side. Our brains often seek balance from an external approach. What looks the same. Wanting a mirror image, left side and right for each pose. And our inner wisdom teaches us that true balance or harmony comes from the inside out. You have to feel first and then respond to meet your body where it is. And creating balance from what is needed on this side in this moment. And what we practice here on our mats in a safe space helps us to build practices that we can take off of the mat. Noticing other places where we might be trying to create harmony from an external approach of what we think something should look like or what someone else has told us it should be. Instead, tuning in to what actually feels in alignment with your desires, your truth, your intentions. And when we slow down and feel inward, we can build our muscle of discernment. Knowing when we're approaching the edge of our comfort zone and what that kind of discomfort feels like. And the shape and texture of the discomfort that comes with growth. It can feel scary when we're on the brink of the unknown. And the different shape and texture of what is a no, of what no feel like in your body when it's telling you this is not for me. This is not in alignment. This is not my truth. And what is coming of fear and what is coming from a place of intuition and inner wisdom. And nourishing the kidneys and bladder help us to build that discernment, moving from fear to wisdom. We nourish this system with water, soaking in water, listening to rainfall, or the sound of the ocean or a river, and drinking lots of water and staying hydrated. Deep listening is medicine for our inner waters, for our deepest vitality and wisdom. And the moon guides us inward, the realm of feeling and sensing. And just as the moon pulls the tides in the sea, she also rules our inner waters, our inner tides, emotions, our own ebb and flow. By attuning to the moon, we are also attuning to our intuition and to our inner landscape. And 2 more soothing breaths here. Once again, unwind to center. This time moving into final Savasana. You might bring a pillow or blanket rolled up to the back of your knees like a bolster. Be really supportive for releasing and recalibrating the low back, especially after all of the work that we've done in this region today. Your hands might rest inward, connecting to your body, or down by your sides or out wide, wherever feels intuitive, wherever they naturally land. Your toes rock open. Shavasana is the pose of deepest letting go. We relate all practices here, even mindfulness of breath, tracking of internal shifts or sensations. Shavasana, corpse pose, is a posture of non-doing. Allow yourself just be here and now in these last few moments to fully receive and integrate everything I've set into motion, all of the layers of benefit of your practice. I'll leave you for the next few minutes in your own inner quiet. Deep listening to the sound of your breath, the sound of your own heartbeat. Shavasana. the edge of the solstice, the barren darkness, the wheel. Nature knows that every cycle must return to stillness and silence, that every inhale has an exhale, every ending births a beginning, that the light always returns to a future beyond imagination. Full breath in and a long breath out. Allow yourself to reawaken slowly. So emerging in the deep slumber of hibernation. And trace your thumbs over your fingertips. And circle shoulders, wrists, ankles. And rock your chin gently side to side to release your neck. And you're welcome, of course, to remain in Savasana for as long as you like. And close your practice lying down. And if you're ready to be guided back to a seat, let your next inhale float your arms overhead like a good morning stretch. Point your toes long in the opposite direction. Exhale, knees to chest. Roll onto your left side, supported fetal posture. Let's transition from corpse pose into fetal posture, symbolic of the sacred cycle. And that is the same cycle we see in the phases of the moon, the tides, and the seasons, and the turning of the wheel. The same cycle we see in our breath and in our own phases of life. A reminder that each breath is an opportunity for a new beginning. You get to choose what you bring with you from this practice into your day, into the rest of your week, into the rest of this year and the winter season. And keeping your gaze soft or eyes closed, gently press yourself up to a seat. And bring one hand or heart center, one hand or your low belly. Now calling all of your energy back to you. May you be supported in releasing all that is no longer in service to bring you back into your nature, harmony, and equanimity. Honoring each of you. Thank you for joining me for this practice, for sharing your time and energy with me, with this community. Honoring the guidance of the moon, the land that we occupy, and the ancient roots of yoga, and the lineage of my teachers and of their teachers. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be peaceful and free, and may our thoughts, words, and actions in some way contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. A reminder that the merits of this practice not only benefit us, but all those whose lives we touch. A deep bow of gratitude. Thank you, yogis. Thank you, friends. Again, my name is Chelsea from Lunar Rasa, the essence of the moon. And if you enjoyed this practice, take a second to hit like, subscribe. I'll be back with a little microdose of lunar magic every Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Leave a note in the comments. Let me know how you're liking these practices, what's resonating for you, which poses are your favorite, and what it is that you're letting go of. And if you'd like to deep dive into all things lunar living, I have a month membership. You can learn more on my Instagram or my website. Both of those are linked in the description. And if there is anything else that you're seeking, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your waning moon week. And I will see you next week as we reset the lunar calendar. In the meantime, happy solstice, happy holidays. Take care and be well.